on this early is awesome. So thank you so much for being here. We know that change isn't fun, but change is the only constant, right? So we got to keep moving forward, and we are going to make this transition as seamless as possible for you all. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. During this webinar, we are going to be providing, the support team is going to be providing you all with your Mercury HQ login information. So before we even get started into this webinar, I just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping and make sure that we have the correct information on file for our attendees today. It looks like 4 that signed up are here, so thank you, we really appreciate it. In the control panel of this webinar, you're going to see a few options. There's a chat, and there's also a questions box. If y'all could please use the chat, you'll just click on the chat in that control panel and put in your shop code and email address so that our support team can work on the login information for you. If we don't get that information, we're going to then use the login email for this webinar and that we sent out for the invite. So again, on the chat in your control panel for the webinar, if you could please type in your shop code and email address. That email address is how you will log into Mercury HQ. So we want to make sure that information is correct. You're also more than welcome to unmute yourself and ask me a question. I want to make this as informal as possible. I'm a friendly gal. Y'all are, valued florists of the FTD network. So please don't hesitate to unmute yourself and ask me a question. If you do have audio capabilities, there is also that questions option in your control panel, and you can put in info there too. Looks like great, y'all are already putting in some shop codes. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you all being here. And I'll give you just a moment. So again, if you'll put in your shop code and email address, either in the questions or the chat section is great. We've got a tremendous team here to assist us today. Want to make sure we're sending the correct info. And yeah, so anywho, we'll get going back to this webinar. I'm sure we'll get those shop codes here shortly, and if not, we're just going to use that email address used to log in to the webinar. So again, thank you all for being here, and I want to reassure you that you're not losing any features in this transition. In fact, we were fortunate enough to have the same developer that created Mercury Cloud to also have created Mercury HQ, which is fabulous. So during this webinar, we'll explore the exciting capabilities of Mercury HQ Core, including the order management, delivery routing, the mobile app capability, and the ability to effectively manage a Mercury online website. And again, I encourage you all to actively engage. So use that control panel to drop in any questions you have. The chat is open. You can also unmute yourself by clicking, there's like a little microphone icon, it's red, and when you click on that, it will turn green. Feel free to chime in, stop me. My name is Elizabeth. I'm an onboarding specialist here at FTD, and I'm not easily offended, so pause me, if you got any questions. And again, we've got a few people on this call to assist you all in this transition, so that if y'all do have questions, don't hesitate. And thank you again. Really appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy day. So let's go ahead and let me get my dashboard pulled up for you all. So here we are. When you log in to your account, this is your home dashboard. Looks pretty similar to the Mercury Cloud, because again, same designer, so hopefully this won't be a huge learning curve for you folks, but if you ever have questions, reach out to us, okay? I can't stress that enough. We're partners. So here on the dashboard, your first row of tiles are going to be your orders that need action, okay? So top priority here at the top. All of these tiles are clickable. They will take you directly to what that tile is providing, okay? Next, we've got our today's orders. That's going to be a nice roadmap for your future and what you got coming up for the day. And then tomorrow, a little glimpse into the next day, get you prepared for what you've got going on the next day. Make sure you've got that information available and etc. stock. Over here, we've got your calendar where you can view, previous dates. You can scroll backwards. You can see what was going on last week to get you set up for this week. This first icon is going to be your orders. So at any time you see that little flower icon, that's going to mean orders. The truck shows you how many delivery confirmations you've had. This is your average order value. And then you've also got your total order value for the day. A real nice handy breakdown there for you. Down here at the bottom right, you're going to get notifications from us that are pertinent to your shop. So keep an eye out there. Maybe we've got a new product in the marketplace, or there's something exciting with our flower exchange program. So back over here to our dashboard. Next, what I want to show y'all is how to accept or reject those orders that are coming through your Mercury HQ account. You can quickly access that by just clicking on this tile, accept orders. So we'll go right there and see what we've got. You're going to have that countdown timer. Because remember, again, you have an hour and 50 minutes, 1 hour and 50 minutes to accept or reject that order. You simply click on this order row to expand the order details here on the right-hand side. Here's your order number for any reference you need to make in regards to that order. You've got your accept deadline, that DRP countdown timer, as we like to call it, your countdown timer, an hour and 50 minutes. Remember, hour 50 minutes. And then it's broken up into tabs here for you of information. So first up, we have our order journey. And this is monitored by Buttercup, our Mercury bot. And she's going to give us updates about the order. And if you ever have to communicate about the order, whether it's a delivery attempt, a substitution update, any sort of communication, you'll do so here in the order journey. And you'll just type right here to ask your question or send that information to the sending florist. Up next, we have our order summary. So before I would choose to accept or reject this order, I want to view all the details of this order. Looks like it's coming to me. Well, it's at the same address I'm located, so it doesn't look like it's going far. But this right here would show you the mileage that's from your shop to that delivery address. You've also got the fulfillment information, who is sending you that order. Fulfillment member is going to be you with your shop code and information. And then you're also going to be able to view this order total at the bottom. Next tab is our product tab. It's going to show you the occasion type, the selected product that is being requested. Here we can see that this has a product code, so it's a codified arrangement. So it's going to have that recipe right there for you all. Again, you can print that out if needed. Further on down, excuse me, we've got that order price again. So if you need to ask for a price adjustment, this is where you would do so. You also have that enclosure card greeting or information here as well from the consumer. So you can print that out. And then up at the top, that last tab is delivery. Confirm that you can get to this address on this date and follow those delivery instructions before you hit accept. I know you all are aware of best practices and this probably is common sense, but just want to reiterate that. And so, okay, I feel good about this. I'm going to go ahead and accept this order. And with Mercury HQ, you can accept and print. I know some of you folks are looking for that bulk print feature. I'll speak a little bit about that later, but this works just as well, if not better, because you're not going to be printing orders that you may not necessarily need to print, so it could save you paper. So you can click accept and print, and it'll print out that order. So very similar to your bulk print option, but I don't have a printer, so I'm just going to click accept. And when I accept that order, it pulls it from the needs action, and it's going to categorize that order to the delivery date. Let's take a look at this order that's coming through. Go through that one more time. So again, clicking on the order row is going to give you that order detail. We'll expand this info. So if you come upon your orders page, just click on that order, and here are your order details. Again, we've got that order number for reference, your countdown timer, and then this is going to show you the status of that order journey as well. You can click on these. Just keep in mind that this is an order button, so if you do click on that, you're accepting that order. So I say for best practice, use this drop-down feature until you get acclimated to your new account. So let's review the order summary. We've got the recipient going here. Okay, this one's about half a mile away. We can make that delivery. Looks like it's coming from this florist. Okay, let's check the product. Just a fresh arrangement. Hopefully that's something that all of our shops can fill. Designer's choice is what that would be, since there's no design notes other than do not fill this as a test order. Again, we're in our test account. So we'll verify that price looks good. Again, here's that enclosure card. Scrolling on up to the delivery, confirming that we can get to this address on that delivery date. You've also got this map feature where you can see how far away it is. And then if you do need to request a different delivery date, you would do so here. And this looks good. I like this order. I'm going to accept it. But if I wanted to reject it, I would choose reject, and I would select my reason for why I'm going to reject it. Details are so critical. So go ahead and choose your reason and leave a note to further explain why you're rejecting that order. It's best practice, and it allows our member service team to fully support you in case some complaint or some issue arises. Leaving details will always benefit you. I'm going to click never mind because I want to accept this order. So again, once you accept that order, it pulls it from your needs action and will categorize it to the day it's going to be delivered. Let me go ahead and refresh my dashboard. And then you'll notice I no longer have any orders to accept, but I do have 2 that I've accepted for today. And like I mentioned before, these are all clickable tiles, so I can quickly see those orders by clicking this tile, or I can come over here on the side navigation bar and go to orders. There are lots of filters you can use for the orders page to isolate those orders as well. And before I continue on with other avenues of Mercury HQ, I want to go ahead and complete these orders to confirm delivery to show you the process of going through the order journey. It's very similar that you might have known before, and you can put it through InDesign, out for delivery, to communicate and stay organized. This one's InDesign. And this one, I already know has been designed. This was that fresh arrangement. My designer's so fast, it's already out for delivery. So you can update it like that. And then to find those orders, you can clear these filters and then go to today's orders. So here's our design that's InDesign. This one's actually out for delivery already, and I want to go ahead and confirm delivery. Now, the great thing about Mercury HQ is that there's a mobile app available for not only Android, but also iPhone users. So if you have a tablet or a smartphone, you can have your delivery driver install this app, confirm delivery with real live updates. And that's going to be a great benefit to all of our florists, I know for sure. So again, here's our delivery status. If it's an attempted, not delivered, you can update those notes here too if it was attempted. We were successful in delivering. I was able to get a picture. We'll pretend I've uploaded it just for the demo's sake. And then I'm going to go ahead and confirm that delivery. And again, when you use the Mercury HQ to confirm that delivery, you'll see here it's got real live updates. So it's going to timestamp it when you confirm that delivery. We've also, let's go ahead and complete this one too, just again to show you all that when you choose to confirm delivery, you're able to provide that proof of delivery here by simply uploading the signature and or the photo, and then leaving any descriptions or information you need as well. So those are confirmed. Excuse me, my allergies today. So here we are back at the dashboard of your Mercury HQ account. And at the end of your day, to avoid those delivery confirmation fees, make sure that your today's orders matches your completed. And that will benefit you. That's a great way to double check that your account is looking good. I will show you this one other identifier here on the calendar. This red truck, that means we missed a delivery confirmation. So if you are to come in the next morning and log into your account and see a red truck, take action immediately to avoid additional fees. And again, as you're closing up, completed, and then you'll be looking good. You can also create an order to wire out to another florist in your Mercury HQ account. Very straightforward order form. The occasion, you can search for those codified arrangements, enter your recipient, and then here's that florist partner wire out. And as you choose the date, you'll get options of who can service that for you. And then you'll just submit that order. And then here on the, moving on down our navigation bar on that left-hand side, this flower icon is our orders page. Like we saw on the calendar, that flower is a order, means orders here. And then you can review all of your orders. You can see tomorrow's orders, your future orders, those that weren't delivered. So this is another area you can check to make sure you have confirmed delivery. And if you ever have a forfeited order, that will show up here. And a forfeited order occurs when an order's come through your system, an hour and 50 minutes, that countdown timer has expired, and a second order came through and that countdown also expired, your system will be automatically suspended. There's no harm, no foul or penalties with those suspended orders, or forfeited orders rather, it just suspends your account. So it prevents orders from coming in. So if you're ever unsure and you don't think you're getting orders coming through, come to your shop settings. Under Mercury Network is where you can verify if your network status is active or if it's suspended. And of course, you have complete control over scheduling a suspension. And you simply click on the start date, start time, your end date, and your end time as well. And then you'll be able to view that suspension on the calendar on your dashboard. There'll be a little caution icon showing that your account's suspended. So if you have a convention or a doctor's appointment, maybe that family reunion or beach trip, schedule the suspension so you can enjoy your time away and no orders will be coming through your account. You can also add your florist partner preferences here. So maybe you did go to that convention and you networked and you met some great folks in Nashville or Atlanta or wherever. You can add them here to wire out those orders to them. Next up under shop settings is your shop details. And I love this because you can customize your enclosure card. So if you are still handwriting your cards, I adore it, but save your hand. You can upload your logo here. You can add your message here as well. And this is all customizable. So as you're typing in, you'll notice, let's say this expires 9/1 of 23. You get that real live update there of what you're displaying. You can also update your contact information as well and how you would like that to be shown. Maybe you want the florist info on top, so you can customize that as well. And what contact information we're displaying. And of course, if you make any updates, just click save. Next up, we have orders. In your order settings, you are able to enable the auto accept orders. This can get tricky because you're not going to get a chance to review that order. If you could not fill it, it's going to auto accept and then categorize to the date of delivery. So if you feel 100% confident about all orders coming through that you want to accept, well, by all means, you can enable that auto accept orders. There's also the print orders option as well that you can enable. And if you want to have that bulk print function that was similar to Mercury Cloud, we can establish that for you, but you'll need to call into the tech support because they have to install a Windows component to your computer. So you'll need to actually call in, have them assist in that process. But if that's something that you're interested in doing, we'll make sure you have that information to follow up after this call and have that enabled. These two features are available in the standard upgrade version of the Mercury HQ. So that's another thing to consider, folks. If y'all aren't noticing bells and whistles or features you were looking for, reach out to your account manager or call into member services because there is an upgraded version, Mercury HQ standard, and it does have a few other options available. Going back up to that staff management, this is where you can add, edit, and delete users. So you can always add a new user to your account, and you can do so by just clicking this create new user here under staff management, enter their information, right? You'll put their phone, email, all that jazz. Down here, you can determine their permissions by selecting the role. So if you had that seasonal driver that's helping you through the next holiday, you can add them to your account so that they're able to do that real live update with the delivery confirmations. You can also delete those users too. Once you do add them, of course, click Save Profile. The same credentials to log into the website is the same as the application on your smartphone or your tablet. So same login info there. And again, you can disable that account so you can add, edit, and delete those users. Over here, we had the shop settings that we went through. Now the delivery module is pretty excellent. You're able to create routes for your orders and then assign that route to a, then you can assign that route to a driver. So that's going to be very helpful because when they go to the route section and choose this route to start, it'll optimize that route for them. When they start that route, it's going to open their navigation system on their smartphone, giving them turn-by-turn directions. So not only is it's giving them the best route, but it's right there handy on their phone. And oh yes, and if you are interested in upgrading, let us know. I guess I really think the best person to talk to would be your account manager. That would probably be the best person to help, but you're always welcome to email to the onboarding team and we can help you. You can just reply to that webinar email that was sent out to you. Another exciting thing about the Mercury HQ Core and Standard is that if you have a Mercury online website with FTD, you can control it. from this account. And this is when I get very excited and start talking fast, so I'll slow down a bit. Again, on this left-hand dashboard, if you go to Mercury Online, you're now able to update your site content without having to call in and explain where. It's just right here at your fingertips, and it's going to give you, an idea of what that's going to look like. This is tremendous. This is a time saver. This is just one of the coolest tools that we have, and I just get really excited about it. So again, you've got complete control over that Mercury Online website. You can review your analytics. You've got your settings. I mean, you've got it all here at your fingertips. You can update those shop hours if needed. You can update those delivery cutoff times, and you no longer have to call in or reach out for assistance. You're able to do so at your fingertips. You do get a report here with Mercury HQ. You get an order summary report. It's a pretty standard basic report that you can then download. And if you do have that Mercury Online website, you can also control that product catalog from this account as well. And not only do we allow, of course, the FTD products, but if you have unique products to your shop, you can add that here too. It doesn't have to be one of ours. And again, here's that the routes page. So if you had that driver, gave them the permissions, they'd be able to access this. Down here, feedback. We always need, feedback. We're always looking to improve. So if you have any info, please send it our way. And then this last tab is the help tab. Oops, sorry, got a little click happy, is the help tab. So here on the help tab, we have a few different ways to inform you about Mercury HQ because we all learn differently. We've got videos up here at the top. Okay, so these are all links that take you to tutorial videos. Here's our contact information. So if you ever have questions about this website, your Mercury HQ account, please prompt 6 when you call in. These slides are downloadable PDFs also for your convenience. So maybe you're like, how did she create those routes? I know we saw that. Here's that PDF that's going to guide you through the exact way to do so. So if you had 50 orders that you needed to create a couple of routes for, this is going to give you all of the details on how to establish that. And again, that's just right here on that left-hand menu navigation bar on help. So all of these are clickable slides. And then of course, some common questions, feedback, legal, and release notes as well. Keep you updated there. And then if you ever need to get back to that dashboard, your home page, just follow this little navigation here all the way to the top. This little shop icon is going to take you directly back to the dashboard, to your home page. And so that completes the tour of Mercury HQ. We just did the whole loop there, so we're back to the beginning. And please, if y'all have any questions, do not hesitate to use that chat or even unmute and ask us a question. Sorry, I was doing too many things at once. I fumbled on my words. Has that ever happened to y'all? And then, okay, looks like we've got those credentials set up. Okay, let's see here. I don't want to show you that one. I want to show you this one. All right, so here is what that, I'm sorry. Boy, I went way off kilter. Here we go. Again, this is a newer process for us, so we appreciate your patience and me fumbling around. So you should all have gotten an email from our support team. Looks like, let's see, do we have a hand that's raised? Let's see. Looks like Hannah Poole, do you have a question? I see your hand is raised. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. You're welcome to unmute or use the chat or the questions, unless that was no, you don't have to download the workbook. I see that question. Yeah, there's a couple of handouts here. Thank you for bringing that to my, I forgot to mention that. There's a couple handouts that you can download, but you don't have to. There's a way to see the whole month at a glance. Oh, like to see all of your orders in a month? You certainly can. There's filters. So let me get back to that. Good question. Good question. So to view, so if you wanted to see a whole month at a glance, you could either run an order summary report for previous orders, and then on your orders page, you have this a filter. So you can click here and use this filter. You can also set a custom date range to view the orders here on this page. But if they are, previous orders, something that, isn't involving today and future, I would then run an order summary report. So that would be here on the reports for like the past month. But if I wanted to see the what's coming up this month, I would come to my orders page and I would use this custom range and I would just click through these dates to apply. I hope that answers your question. Let's see here. Like looking at the calendar, let's see. And you did not receive, so looking at the calendar, it's just gonna do a week at a time, but you can click back through. I haven't really clicked as far, I don't know how far it'll go back, but I know it goes back further than a month. So on that calendar, it does just give you a week layout, but you can click through definitely past further than a month. Yeah, it's a little different of a visual. Yeah. And then let's see. Searching for a florist when you are, so if you're looking to create that order to send out, and then, so let's fill this out and you'll see how to look for a florist when you are wiring out that order. I will show y'all here. And if for some reason, I also saw there was a question that you did not get an email to set up your account, yes, please call in to the FTD member support, this 1-800-788-9000, and then click 6 for that prompt, and they'll be able to help you. But here, going back here to creating that order, sorry, jump in, I wanted to make sure that person got, we're just gonna go fresh arrangement. This is for a birthday. We're gonna do our usual, and then there's that shortcut for your cards. You can quickly, we've got those abbreviation codes here, so you can quickly fill out that card. So here we've got that wire out. Now, as soon as I put in the date, let's say it's for today, that florist partner selection is going to show up here. And if that's not the one you're looking for, you can click choose another florist, type in either the name or that city, and that should help you find that florist. And then if you don't want it to go to any other florist after that, click that no auto forward button. Once you've chosen, okay, that's the only person I want to fill that. If it's not of concern, leave that unchecked, and then you'll submit that order. Let's see. And then it looks like, is there another hand raised? Looks like Hannah, did you have another question, or let me check this chat. I know I've got colleagues helping with all of this, but I want to make sure y'all are getting all of the answers you need. Oh, thanks y'all for putting in those shop codes and all that. That's helpful. Oh, someone didn't see the chat. Okay, that's fine. Doing it in the questions is good. Okay, no other question. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Oh, thanks y'all. I appreciate you chiming in. Gives me something to feed off of, and then I don't feel like I'm talking to myself, which sometimes happens. So here, let me get to this screen so y'all can look for the that email that's coming through. But of course, if y'all have other questions, you know, don't hesitate. I'm happy to answer all of them. All of them. I want to help everybody. So this is, you know, keep an eye out for this. It should say something along these lines, set password. When you are logging in, so this is gonna, you'll click that, it's going to prompt you to create a new password, okay? You're gonna be going, in the future, you're gonna be logging into this account at mercuryhq.com. So that's mercuryhq.com. And I would bookmark that website, that page, add it to your favorites, so that it's easy to access, because here in this link, you know, in that email, you're gonna find it. We're gonna send you right to it. But after this call, I wanna make sure y'all are able to access. And then your username is your email address that we sent that email to. And then the password, it's going to prompt you to create a new password. Okay, that's 8 characters, a lowercase, an uppercase, a number, and a symbol. Very protected. Keep that password handy, write it down. Save it in your, I use Google Password Save. However it is you manage your passwords, save that, because it's the same login as your mobile app, right? But also, if you log in too many times, it's gonna block your account. You'll be locked out for 15 minutes. And to me, that is the most frustrating 15 minutes you can endure. So, you know, and if you can always reset it if needed, but if you're locked out, it does take 15 minutes. If you remember your password, try again. If you're still locked out, you know, reach out to support, please. So I'll give y'all a moment here to, again, this is what that email looks like. If y'all aren't seeing it in your direct primary inbox, check your spam. And if anyone's having issues with logging in, please let us know. Let us know we are here. Those were good questions. Really appreciate y'all. That was good. As you know, I'm not on the other end of the program like y'all are, so. Do we get a call or a beep when orders come through? Ooh, yay, that segues to the next thing. So seems like some of y'all might be logging in okay, getting in there. Once you are logged in, you can go to your profile. So on that dashboard screen up in the top right, there's like a little kind of a person silhouette. Click on that, click profile. that's where you can enable the push notifications, turn those sound notifications on, even get an email notification, because yes, there will be a little chime that sounds when an order comes through. But if you don't have audio on your computer, I don't want y'all to miss any of those orders. So I would turn them all on if I were y'all, especially at the beginning, getting used to the new program here. And then this shows you which app it is to download for your iPhone or Android. So your tablet, your smartphone, download it all. So that way you're able to walk around your shop. That also will chime, send you the push notifications, all the banners, all that jazz that you get with the settings in your phone. And again, it's the same login info as going to mercuryhq.com. So once you get that installed, you should be able to access that with the exact same credentials. And it looks very similar, feels very similar as what we just went through on the website too. So give everyone a moment to kind of get caught up. Let me just see what's going on. Okay, team's working hard in the back. Okay, we are supported. This is great. Good, good, good. Are we feeling okay out there? You guys don't hesitate to ask up any other questions or, again, partnership. We're here to help. We want y'all to be successful. So I'm really hoping this is an easy transition for you guys. We're so fortunate to have the same designer still work with us to create both platforms. That in itself is a dream. That doesn't always happen. So lucky. And y'all are some of the first ones to be transitioned over. So thank you so much. Y'all are like the luckiest of the winners to be able to get into this new platform so quickly, and in a time that's not a crazy holiday. And again, we are here to assist. If y'all do have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the tech support team. Calling into member services, that 6 prompt is going to get you to the team. So if you got any odd things going on or questions about it, we're always happy to assist. And again, always reach out to your account manager if you do have questions about this MHQ, the Mercury HQ core. If you're looking to do something like save your customer directory, integrate your other wire services. Let's see, also manage local orders. So any in-shop orders, you can do that with the standard version. So just know there's room to grow. There's always room to grow, and we're here to support you through that journey. I'll give everyone some time here. I don't want to cut this too short in case someone hops in at the end, and want to make sure you all are logged in and feeling good about life. I know I am, because all 4 folks that signed up for this webinar showed up, and I thank you again. And we do think that this platform is, we are proud of it. We do think that it's a bit more user-friendly. It does have more features than what y'all are currently using. We're not going to transition y'all to something that has less features. We're not taking anything away. I think if anything, you're getting that mobile accessibility. You're not tethered to the computer. You're able to have it on your phone. Really a lot of benefits there. So again, we really appreciate y'all's grace in this process, and for everyone showing up today. So it looks like you just registered on the phone. It says you have 4 chats, 2 approved requests. Yeah, that's, hey, and that's okay. It's going to bring over information from your cloud account. So all you need to do is just click through and mark those as read and just review that information coming through. So that, and I probably should have prefaced it, that there could be, when you log in, that it shows you've got a lot of things. Oh, let me share the right one. I got too excited. Looking for this one to my dashboard. So when you log in to that, your Mercury HQ, and you do see, you know, some chats, some request responses, just go ahead and click on that tile, click on that order, and then you can go to actions and you can confirm, you can mark as read. Most of those you're just going to need to mark as read. I don't think I have anything on this test account to show that, but don't panic. It's okay. I know you've been managing your requests and your orders just fine. Oh, and it looks like we've got one new attendee. Thank you for joining today. Thank you. If you could please, there's a control panel, and if you could put either in the questions or there's a chat what your email is and your shop code, and the team will send you your login details for that account. And in fact, I would also, I think I just missed something. Phone rang and I was taking an order. Oh, I was showing, I see you stepped away. So I was just showing one of our attendees, when they logged into their new Mercury HQ account, they had on their dashboard, they had new, they had chats and approved requests. So that information will carry over to your new Mercury HQ account. And you can just clear that information out, make sure you're up to date. I know, I can guarantee you folks are already doing that and monitoring your information. So when you do log into this account, for example, the other day I worked with someone that came from cloud to Mercury HQ. When she logged in, it said 33 orders need action. And I think she got a couple of heart palpitations, but we got through it. It was just some chats and requests that were from her Mercury cloud. So just click on the tile like this one, for example, and then you would just choose that action. This one we would need to confirm that, but I've got a colleague that's working in here too, so I don't want to clear it. But if it is a chat or approve requests, view responses, you just click through it and then you can mark as read under the actions. Again, I apologize, I don't have a prime example of that, but just simply clicking on that order row and then going to the actions drop down, mark as read will clear that information. And then for the latest attendee that just joined us, I highly recommend downloading the handout for the MHQ core training workbook. If anyone else wants to download that, you're more than welcome to. It's in the handouts. Really helpful. It's just a slide deck there that goes through the account similar to what I did. But let's see here. Again, here on your dashboard, orders that need action. This is your top priority. Here, let me get this back to actually this week's orders. Here we are. Okay. Oop, I went too far. Click happy today, I apologize. So here again on the dashboard, this is your home page, your command center where you're controlling your orders. And this is where you'll go through to accept or reject those orders. And again, keep in mind you have an hour and 50 minutes to accept that order or reject it. Let's see here. Shop settings is under the Mercury network, is where you control if your account, if you need to suspend your account, you have complete control over that, as well as adding those florist partner preferences. If you want to, you can add that here. Your shop details, you got your card enclosure settings. The other tremendous thing here is under delivery. You are able to create a route for your orders and then assign that route to your delivery driver. So here under staff management is where you can edit, delete, and add new users. And so as you add that user based on that role, their permissions will be determined. And then you can save that. So pretty awesome stuff. You're able to create that delivery route, assign it to your driver. Your driver can download the mobile app for Mercury HQ, do the real live proof of confirmation, delivery confirmation update right then and there. And the great thing about these routes is like when your delivery driver accesses it, it pulls up the GPS that they use on their phone. They get turn-by-turn directions, which I rely heavily on my GPS. And now if you do have a Mercury Online account, if you've got a website with us, you're able to, and I still get so excited, control that website content here from this account. So just kind of reviewing things. We had a late joinee here and just want to make sure I'm hitting those topics. So this is definitely a benefit here for you guys. And if you were ever thinking about having that online presence, we partnered with Shopify. Our website's gorgeous. Everyone's got to have an online presence these days. I Google everything before I go. I figure out where I'm going before I go for the most part. And yeah, you're also able to control that product catalog for your website. And it doesn't have to be an FTD item. It can be something unique to your shop. And then there's that routes page. When you assign it, your driver can use that. And then this help, everyone needs a little help, whether or not we're asking for it. It's A-okay down here under help. It's a lot of information we went over today, so I don't expect you all to memorize it by any means. Got enough going on. Use this resource. We have videos. Call us, prompt 6 for any issues here on your account or questions or concerns. And then our slides, we have all these downloadable slides on topics that are necessary and that are important to our account. So feel free to click any of those, like how about chat requests and responses? Okay, that's a good one. Like you just saw you had some information come through. So here's how you would handle that. A lot of information here for you guys. You can print this out. We've also got some common questions too. And again, once you get logged in to the account, up here in the top right, go to your profile to update the push notifications, turn on that notification sound. And to, yeah, it looks like we got that email sent out to our last attendee. So please check the email there that the team has sent. Let me show you what that looks like. Here we go. It's going to be this one. So again, check for that email to log you in. I do highly recommend bookmarking the website mercuryhq.com, because that is, again, where you're going to go to log in, okay? Because this is going to be replacing that cloud, your Mercury cloud account. And I want y'all to be able to find it again and be able to log in. So mercuryhq.com, and it's going to prompt you to create that new password. It has to be 8 characters, an uppercase, a lowercase, a signal, and a number. So a special symbol, rather, not a signal, special symbol, so like an asterisk, $, exclamation point, what have you. Same information will be used to log into that mobile app. And that email that you used to log into this webinar is what we are sending it out to you, unless you updated us in the questions or the chat. And remember, too many false attempts, you're going to get locked out of that account. So be careful. Take your time. Make sure the caps lock isn't on. It's a big one. And then again, that profile is where you can turn on the sounds and the email notifications. Get an email when you get an order in. And then here's info on that that app to install when you go to your app store, Mercury HQ, and he's got our little Mercury man there to help you. Let's see, any other questions or concerns out there? Looks like we got another minute or so to our time today. And I, again, thank you all so much for being here and for asking me questions and for being attentive. I can't thank you enough. We really do appreciate you taking time out of your busy day, because I know y'all are busy. I know y'all are busy, and thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And again, if y'all have any questions or concerns, go to the help part of your account, give us a call, or reach out to your account manager, because again, this is a partnership. We are invested. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Really appreciate it. I'll give it a minute for any other questions or concerns, and then we'll close this out. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions coming through. Yeah, and feel free to update settings or do things, you know, after this webinar. And again, in that handout portion of that control panel, you can download that training workbook. It's going to be a helpful resource for you all. It's kind of gives you a quick overview of the account and how to do specific things. So yeah, feel free to download that and be helpful for you guys. And we can always email that to you if you need it as well. Yeah, don't hesitate to call into member services or ask your FAM, your account manager. They can always reach out to us in the onboarding team. And, you know, if we need to go back over this information with you, we're more than happy to accommodate however needed. So again, thank you all so much for joining us today. I don't see any other questions. Okay. In fact, it looks like I think a couple people have dipped out. Okay. Well, if y'all don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up today. But again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Please download that handout if you're the late arrival for some information. If you have questions, give us a call, reach out to your account manager. And thanks again for choosing FTD. We really appreciate your time today, everyone.